Hello, it's Erad, and so today we are going to talk about the Aegis Reclaimer, which is one of the most important ships in Star Citizen 3.18, and yet it is so broken that it is basically unusable. We'll talk about what's going on and what could CIG do to fix the issue in today's video. So let's talk about the Aegis Reclaimer, and yes, as I said in the intro, it is one of the most, if not the most important ship of Star Citizen 3.18, because with 3.18 come the brand new salvage mechanics, and it is a ship that's been there since Star Citizen 3.1, so it's been really a couple of years already that it's been sitting there, but not really with its main function, which is salvage. So a lot of owners have been waiting literally for years to finally use it appropriately, and oh boy, they have been disappointed with Star Citizen 3.18 because it has its lot of issues that somehow have not been fixed. I mean, you would think that Cloud Imperial Games would be fixing those issues for the patch that would finally make this ship come alive, but no, it's not the case. First, the elevators. The elevators are not working right now. It's actually in the patch notes, so that's also a problem. Actually, it's the main elevator. There's also a side elevator that you can take, so this one is working, but it's very unpractical, and it can also kill you as well because it's so tiny. The collision box sometimes has a problem, especially if there's a little bit of desync. So either you can't get into your ship, or when you get into your ship, you die. That's really not something that's optimal out there. But even if you can get inside, then you are not at the end of your problems because, well, the salvage unit is broken, meaning that yeah, you can be salvaging as much as you want, but then the salvage unit is not going to be processing all the materials that you will be collecting from the wrecks that you will find around the strengthened system. So that's also quite another extra frustration for all those reclaimers owners out there. But even if you do manage to salvage some of the materials that you find, then it's the cargo bay that is broken and you can't do anything. The boxes don't attach and they're not being recognized as boxes when you try to sell the materials. So again, making you waste your time. And all of that is, of course, very unfortunate because this ship should be the priority. This should be the flag feature of Star Citizen 3.18 because of the new gameplay loop that's coming up with this patch. It's the first time that we have a new gameplay loop in years, finally, with 3.18, and yet the main ship that is supposed to be taking use of this new game loop is not working and broken. Now, sure, there's another ship if you want to be salvaging. There is the Vulture, which is the brand new ship from Dragon the Planetary. Now, perhaps that's the reason why this one is working, because it was not made many years ago with 3.1. And it was made with almost, I would say, the gold standards, right? With all of the latest means and also the latest standards when it comes to ship production, which is not really the case with the Reclaimer, which, as mentioned before, was released with Star Citizen 3.1. So that was a long time ago, back when ships were made in a much different fashion, and so perhaps they need a lot of time to be fixing the Reclaimer, or perhaps even redo the Reclaimer to put it up to modern standards, which could explain why they have not bothered fixing the Reclaimer, because that's something that they've said for quite some time. They want to avoid redoing something that will have to be redone eventually for the line. So that's also something that we have to take under consideration when we are thinking about all the problems that surround the Aegis Reclaimer. So that's what we had to say here about the Aegis Reclaimer. If you are the owner of an Aegis Reclaimer, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would like to know your experience with this ship. As far as I'm concerned, I have used it extensively in 3.17 for the filming of Star Citizen Wars, which you can see the footage in the B-roll. A lot of the footage here was taken around a Reclaimer or inside a Reclaimer, especially for the Cantina seats, and we have died so many times. We have clipped through the ship's geometry as well. It was a complete nightmare, and I am so glad that I am done with this ship and I'm not going to be using it again anytime soon. But if you do have one, if you are using it, well, let me know in the comment section down below how it is. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I wouldn't be able to make all of this content without my Patreon and YouTube join membership supporters. So if you want to be supporting the channel, well, the links will be in the description down below, and I'm going to give a special shout out as well to Dr. Forbin, Zero Crusher, Wolfpipe Pug, and Deplorable Infidel. I've been Erad. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys later.
Hey, he doesn't like you.
I'm sorry.
I don't like you either. You better watch yourself. You got a Grand Step 5 in 12 systems.
Alright, I'll be careful.
You'll be dead.
This boy is not worth the effort.